Hey there, Cashflow Crew. So we got kind of a funny one, and definitely doing this one for free just because it's so funny. Why are most people dumb that I serve with? Well, that's a very, very interesting one to actually go ahead and explain. I have a strong opinion that most people that actually get in the service don't have above a certain level of IQ. There are certain MOSs that require a certain level of IQ, but most people fall either in the center or below the standard deviation. So that you guys can go ahead and understand that overall situation. Let's go ahead and jump over here to a bell curve so you can understand what I'm talking about. So what you see here on the screen is a bell curve. This is basically where your IQs are going to go ahead and distribute. It's all based on sigma identifiers as well as your standard mean. Your standard mean is going to be that 0 sigma or that 50% level. Most people right around 100 IQ, that is your standard IQ. Most people in the world, at least 50% of them, fall below it. So they're going to be some of these dumb people that you're talking about. Like a lot of these people, not that smart, man. Not that smart. And really, for most of the MOSs, you don't need to be that smart. You literally just have to be able to go in and follow orders and be able to do your job. So let's just jump into this wild email and go ahead and answer as much as I can. Hey, Cody, John here, talking about my platoon. A majority of these people that I serve with are imbeciles who can't even wipe themselves after they go to the bathroom. I don't even know why I joined the service if it's just going to be so full of degenerates and morons. I don't feel at home here. So it kind of sounds like you're an introvert, bro. I mean, seriously, that's what it sounds like. It sounds like you're an introvert, but you do have an high IQ. If you've ever heard of Aaron Clary, I would definitely recommend his book, Curse of the High IQ. That's going to help you a lot understanding why you're feeling this way. As far as, yeah, I had a couple of soldiers in the service who couldn't even wipe themselves. Definitely had a couple of those that we had to remind constantly that they needed the shower, that they needed to clean their clothes, that they needed to pay their bills. It's just, again, that bell curve. Not everyone is going to be on that right side of the bell curve. Most people are going to be below that bell curve. In fact, 80% of people are going to fall below 120 IQ. It's just how it is. The standard deviations, 80-20 rule, all those come into play. So you're literally going to have to deal with people that are not as intelligent as you. Cody, my first sergeants and commanders are indecisive. They don't seem to understand what soldiers go through on a daily basis and generally have us wait around and stand in formations for hours, it feels like, while they go ahead and indulge in their circle jerking behavior. Yeah, that's okay. Yep. I could definitely see that, especially for a lot of like command ceremonies and change command ceremonies. It's all about the rank and the privilege and all that type of thing. Coming from the officer world, I know why we have to do it, but a lot of it has a lot of ego play. A lot of it has really just ego. That's really what it is. It's just ego. People want to stroke their ego. They want to build themselves up. They want to feel like they're the most important thing on the face of the earth, even though they're probably not. Let's see. What else do you say? I only joined the military to not incur college debt. Smart, very smart. I'm going to college for a computers technology degree. Again, very, very smart. What field are you going in? Cybersecurity, I hope. Cybersecurity, please cross your fingers. That'll get you a lot of money, especially if you can transfer to the cyber branch. I just wish they would understand the things they're asking of people and the ridiculous workloads they're putting, as well as stress on families. Yeah, that's true. I assume you have a family or a young family or something like that. Well, most soldiers are single, so I don't know. I'm just assuming here because you don't really get into it into your email. I just wish that we would have higher standards when bringing soldiers into the military because we have to have a certain level of intelligence to function. I feel like I'm picking up the workload for a lot of my lazier, incompetent peers. Well, you're going to, bro. You're going to. Quite literally, there's going to be people who only want to party, who only want to go to work to do the bare minimum, who only want to just stare at the freaking paint dry and drink their fucking monsters as well as do all their nicotine. That's what they want to do. They want to take their 15-minute smoke breaks all the time, always have chewing tobacco in. I freaking hate spit bottles and dip bottles all over the place. That is a pet peeve of mine. So I definitely see where you're coming from there. Let's see what else. You go into, I think I'm only going to stick out this current service obligation, and then I'm going to go ahead and get out of the service. I do plan on using my VA educational benefits to finish my college degree and move towards something at least a little bit better with people more of my intellect. Hope this gives you good content. After all, I had a blast writing it. Okay, yeah, John, I definitely think that this is pretty funny. Yet there are some people that don't even know how to wipe their ass in the military. Quite literally, it's not the brightest bunch, but there's definitely other people of a higher IQ in there. I think it's because you're an introvert, that you're sticking inside, not really talking to people, so you're not finding your climate, your community. So I would definitely reach out, see if you could talk to some more people in the service, maybe just talk to some of your officers. You might get along better with some of the officers. Yeah, that's what I would recommend doing. Maybe if you want to stay in the service, try to go green to gold or do one of the other routes because it seems like you've got the head on your shoulders. It seems like you know that a lot of people are full of hot air and they're just there to fill a void. That's it. I mean, that's the truth with some of the people in the service. It is plain simple truth. You're just gonna have to deal with it. It's one of those things that exist, but it doesn't end after the service. It's the same thing in the real world. My girlfriend's sister literally just had to pull somebody out of their apartment that was covered and just literally full of couches that just had been pissed on, carpets that have piss stains so deep that it probably just never dries. The dude literally walked out in his underwear with no shirt on. Like, it is what it is. Quite literally, there are people like this all around the world. Half of people fall below the bell curve. Most people are at least not going to be as intelligent as you. You're not going to have the same IQ level. So in order to have intelligent conversations, you're going to have to reach out to communities that actually have higher level people. So I recommend go ahead. If you have any other questions, go ahead and send them in, codyscashflow.com/contact. It'll get easier as you earn more and you actually get to other levels. You'll start to talk to other people. If you start to network and talk to people, you have to break out of that introvertness. So I recommend doing that. If you want to get on monthly coaching, again, same codyscashflow.com/monthly. We can go ahead and talk one-on-one. Very easy to do. It is a process that's out there. We can get you through this. And it's very, very simple. It's just a matter of getting you out of your shell so that you can go ahead and start meeting other smart people. Because if you stick around with this, you're just going to go insane. You're just going to go insane. That's literally what's going to happen. So, guys, if you got any value out of this, if you laughed your ass off, go ahead, like, subscribe, share. This was entertaining for me to record. I am loving doing these question and answer things. I mean, if you guys want to go ahead and send in any questions or answers, codyscashflow.com/contact. Oh, got a couple more to do. So let's go ahead and get them done. All right, guys. Peace.